updates and the exciting news around the new crypto AI. And guys, let me just tell you, we have a daily interaction with Dr. Anna and her team. We've been able to be a part of the journey. We've seen the successes, the failures, the challenges. One of the things about being an innovator, one of the things about doing what has never been done before is that you're going to face challenges that you've never had. You're going to overcome obstacles that you've never had to overcome before. You don't know what's going to be in front of you when you're doing something for the first time ever in the world. And we've watched the courage that Dr. Anna has had. We watched her face those challenges. We've watched her build and bring the most powerful team together around this AI development. And when Dr. Anna showed us, really it was a couple months ago now, what the new AI was doing, the performance, the results, it was absolutely phenomenal. We know that we had hoped to launch on June the 1st, but as technology would have it and as challenges would have it, we needed an extra month to get everything implemented and ready to go. But guys, the day has come, the time has come, the moment is here. This is the next step into the future for Daisy. And Dr. Anna, we love you. We appreciate you. I keep thinking back to your talk at the last Dubai event where everyone was chanting AI, AI. And we know that this is something that we're pioneering the future. We're opening up something that has never been done in fintech before. Real AI, not copy trading, not automation, but real AI that is actually running and monitoring and controlling the trading decisions. This is a game changer, what you've created. So, Dr. Anna, we're just going to turn it over to you to share with us all of the great news you have to share with us. And we're excited to see the new AI go live.
Thank you, Jeremy. Yes. I would like to start, I will say as usual, but it truly comes from our heart, is thank you for the community for supporting this project. It came from, the idea, and then now we're really glad, every day that we see what AI is doing is really exciting for us. So without your support, without your initiative, without you, it would not be possible. So again, thank you so much for doing it for this project. And what I would like to do right now is to show you, right now we went through the way, so we gave all the information during the Dubai event and then following calls. So you will not see anything specially different from what it was before. I will just present to you, again, the vision, the results, and some understandings of the project, okay? So I'm taking the screen. Tell me if you can see.
Yeah. Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So we will start with the fact that this system is really a huge system from AI perspective. And the issue is that, and why it didn't work before, is because we have financial markets that depend on many factors and many things that affect the price. So we absolutely had to work on technical analysis, on fundamental analysis, on combining it and filtering it through market states, and then, no less important, to create the trading strategies that take into account money management and risk control and all other elements of the decision making. So what we did over the last 2 years, to almost 3, sorry, I'm already confused here, but over the last several years, is that we took and we encapsulated every concept that is in traders' head into AI experts that both responsible for the simplistic answer and then complicated query based on context. Now, the reason that I'm talking to you about this a little bit of technical language is because I think most of you already know what is ChatGPT and try ChatGPT, and probably you've heard this terminology of context, of attention, of other elements. So just to explain to you, we are using all of these advances in order to create the system that knows how to approach financial markets. So again, the main issue that we had, that any other team has with financial markets, that you absolutely need to have three elements. One is to have it as a holistic system. It's not enough to understand news. It's not enough to be a good technician. It's not enough to understand the market value. You absolutely need to have all four elements at your play. The second part is that you need to simplify. You cannot take all this mess in and as in ChatGPT to work on it, because we don't have enough data in financial markets. Our data is very, very, very limited. We have about 600,000 hourly bars for all assets available in electronic trading. So it's practically nothing. Think about all the announcement that ChatGPT had with billions of data, and we're talking about mere 600,000 points. It's very, very small number. So on this small number, it's very hard to use general and standard methodologies of deep learning. So here we are coming with completely new concepts of how to use AI, how to create holistic models for financial markets through the AI methodologies. To go to a little bit more boring language, but I think it's no less important, is that the system is about numbers game. So in order to build it, we had to build 67 technical analysis experts. And this number actually is growing every day, because in order to improve, in order to go to other markets, in order to stay adaptive, you need to, to be very, very careful about your competition and about the market structure. So every day we find some additional element that helps us. So 67 technical analysis experts. We have fundamental analysis experts that basically translate to us the true value of the assets, of how this value is perceived. We're talking about 12 experts that helping us to encapsulate it into the filter of different situation, different context. And then 62 trading algorithms that basically taking all this different information into account, and for each separate context, knowing what to do. So again, this is a numbers game. That's why this project, even if you have an idea of how to do this, and even if you understand what needs to be done, it's still you need to go through a very, very long road of implementing it. So the software that was responsible for it, we call it Strategy Studio 2, and it's software that I presented last time that basically taking strategies, experts, market states, AI tools, and brings it together into the solution. And what I would like to show you right now is one of the strategies, performance, that is kind of what we're going out today for our community. We're talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum. On Bitcoin and Ethereum, we're talking about last 5 years data. And what we are seeing is the numbers that we set for ourselves as goal numbers. So you can see here 3.66 Sharpe ratio, which is amazing for our goals, right? It's like everything above 3 is considered the holy grail for investment markets. The average annual profit is 245%, meaning a little bit less than 5% weekly. But this is very stable, 5% that now you can compound without any problems. And fairly low maximum drawdown. So the maximum loss is 13%. And again, it's over the worst period over these 5 years. So again, we're talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum, where we reached 5%, about 5% weekly, and with extreme Sharpe ratio. So just to explain to you what will happen now is that we will be running the system from today. The system is still very young one, so we will be very, very careful of not to overload it with leverage or anything like that. And we will need to go forward with this for a few months till we will, get the courage to move this 5% weekly to something else, to use a little bit more leverage, to use a little bit more risk to run the system. Also, this system now is tested on every market that has potential for high return. So we're talking about Forex, we're talking about commodities, we're talking about any leverage index that we have. So the system is ready to explode to additional markets, and this is our goal for the next few months, to work on this and figure out which one will be the next step, including Forex, that will be automated to the fullest using this system.
That's awesome. Hey, Dr. Anna, real quick, so to understand correctly, so right now you guys you're getting close to an average of 5% a week, and did I hear you correctly that is actually with very minimal leverage? That's leverage. Not even pushing.
No leverage.
It's on leverage.
Yeah, it's
no
not
leverage.
No leverage, not compound.
Guys, I want everyone to hear that. That's literally almost unheard of. I mean, you're talking about 5% a week with zero leverage, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, understand.
And leverage one. Let's call it correctly. Leverage one.
Leverage one, yeah, with fixed capital, with no compounding. Is that right?
That's correct. That's correct.
No,
this is currently
unbelievable.
So again, we need to be very careful with the system. We will be continuing with leverage one till, again, we got the courage. We understand that the system is functioning in additional markets. This is a very important test for us because it's called unification test, where we see that the system functioning not only on crypto, but on other markets as well, on other resolutions as well. This test will give us courage to be more, to take higher risk and to take higher leverage and to maybe compound. So we'll get there. But again, I'm not going to push for it till we feel very comfortable. So to tell you a little bit of the story of what is the big issue and why it took so long for us, in addition to numbers, is that it's mere intellectual task of figuring out the new style of modeling. And again, I'm just throwing this at you to start filling this new concepts. And the concept is basically like this. You have all these experts, right? And you have all this different information that you have in your head. And now you need to figure out of who becomes important at what situation. In financial markets, we have situation of, for example, when after the good move, the market becomes tired and needs to have some relaxation period, but still it has enough strength and enough volatility to give us the scare of going up and down. So what to do in this situation? And then apparently the system decides that in previous situation of trend move, what was important, the volatility and market state, and less important was noise and the resolution. But again, we're not talking about the simple small picture. We're talking about 70 and 7 and 12 and this. So it's a huge number of different mini concepts that we all look and see during the trading. And we're very good as human to do it intuitively. We don't need many help in understanding and doing automatic normalization, automatic this. We are bad in other things that this system solves, but this specific task of resolving the human abilities of putting priorities, putting the strengths on the specific concept, it was very, very tricky to do as AI. So, for example, when you are in a swing move, then what becomes important is not the volatility, but the noise and the market state, and again, so on and so on. So this is very kind of exciting for me to tell you that we resolved this issue. It's not the only issue that we resolved, by trying to understand how complicated it is to teach AI to understand what is the priority in our brains about something like financial market, that you have no books available on how the market works, right? You have no guidelines. So it had to be really the communication between us and traders, us and schools, us and all the kind of organizations that we needed to do this research and figure this out. And when we're talking about action, the important part is, again, you can see here some separation of the market, different market states, and we're looking at the final one when the market is really went into accumulation phase, consolidation phase, sorry. And then this chart is kind of our pride as part of this part of the story when the market is again in sideways market, and you need to make decision when to trade, when not to trade. It's very easy to find the way to do it backwards, right? When we see this specific chart, it's very easy to see the ups and downs and low and high points. But when you are, just try to imagine, just cover with your hand all the charts except of the first 2 points and try to decide for yourself what you would do without the knowledge that market will go up and stay there. It's very hard to decide that you don't have the trends going out at point C. It's very hard to know that at point D it will reverse. It's very hard to know what will happen from point F and so on and so on, even if you discovered the point E and even if you discovered the point C. So the system is literally taking so many kind of experts that talking between themselves and overriding the decision of other experts in order to create this beautiful story. Again, every point on this chart and every expert on this chart was done what took a lot of time. Like again, there is no simple things in this simple chart. And again, we are extremely proud of how it works, how we were able to see these points and see the experts that help us to figure it out. So this is all for the technical part of the story. Just to remind you again, we are going live today. We are plugging all the system that we have developed. This system, let me just stop sharing. This system is tested. This system is already run on some small funds. We feel very comfortable with this, and we're now moving it to our Daisy crypto fund, and we will be able to start waiting for the results. Again, as usual, I ask everybody to be patient because even that, it's a technology, it's a new technology. We get very confident in it and very comfortable with it, but again, the usual risk disclaimer is in place, no guarantees, and we're going with it.